Sup y'all, it's me. So I watched the Devil May Cry anime, and I just wanted to talk about it. Hey, it's me from the future, after I recorded all this. I should warn you that my thoughts were kind of all over the place. That's just kind of how my brain works. So this video might be kind of messy. Just letting you know. And just so you know, I've never played any of the Devil May Cry games, so this is my first exposure to it. So clearly, I don't know what happens in the games, the main plot, all the main antagonists and stuff, all that. I don't know what points happen, like in what order and whatnot, and like what characters are introduced when and what. So, so for me, this is just a new show. Also, I'm probably gonna say some spoilers, just because I want to talk about them. So now that you know, you can't get mad. And so with that, I'll start talking about it. And I'm just gonna say this at the beginning, because I hate when people do this, when they like wait to tell you if they liked it or didn't like it all the way at the end. I'll say it here. I liked the show. I really enjoyed it. So immediately, like the first scene in the whole show is just like a museum heist. And in that museum heist, you get introduced to the main antagonist of the season, that being the rabbit. And that's just what they call him throughout the whole show, or throughout the whole season 2, is just the rabbit. And he immediately just murks all the people that he hired to commit this heist. I like it was shown just pretty much right at the beginning. I thought that was pretty cool. And his design also, I really liked. He's just in a suit. I know it's just like a rabbit in a suit, but I really just liked the way it looked. And what the white rabbit, hired these people to steal was the sword of Sparta. And that's one of the main things that this show kind of focuses on, is like the sword. There's also like an amulet and the main character Dante. And the way he's introduced, I'm probably not, honestly I should probably clarify this now before I say this. I'm not gonna say how every character was introduced. So when I just stop being like, oh, the way this character was introduced, just keep in mind, I just don't want to keep doing that. Anyways, he's introduced by hunting some demon, and there's been an alley, and he does kill it because this demon lured in a lady, or like lured in a woman and her child there, and is about to kill him. But then Dante comes in and kills it, right? And afterwards, another demon kind of like shows up and takes the place of a baby, because this demon's a shapeshifter, and this demon gets away, but it does come back later. Yeah, I just liked it. I thought like the scene where he kills the first demon, he was like, oh, you say some one-liner. I thought that was kind of funny, but I was like, oh, alright. It doesn't really get me, but I was like, yeah, alright. But I do like the way Dante looks. I like his design. I know that's how he looks in the games because I searched it up and was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Anyways, another character that we get introduced to like a little bit after is the vice president, and I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. I'll say later on why I hate him, but just know I really do not like him at all. But his fit is pretty cool. Just a blue suit. It's pretty nice. I like it. And he's also like a man of God, religious. I don't know which one he is. I don't know, Christian or Catholic. I know it's one of those two. His religion, does drive all of his choices, and some of these choices are like really horrible. At least, that's what I think. But yeah, there's that. I don't know when he gets introduced in the games either. Maybe he's immediately the first one too. I don't know this. So anyone that knows more about these characters, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, later I think sometime, this is all like still in episode 1, by the way. But later in episode 1, we get introduced to another character called Enzo. He's like this super short fat dude. I think he's also like a handler or something. He gives Dante like his missions and stuff, like his demon hunting missions, and like sets that up for other people too. So I'm pretty sure that's a handler. And I'll be for real, I thought he was just gonna be like a one-off character, or like only appear like a couple times, but now he's like there like more or less pretty much every episode. Like he's even there at the end. But yeah, no, eventually it's revealed that like the rabbit, the one that's like set up the museum heist, was trying to get the sword to like break a dimensional barrier, because I guess like hell is real in this, but it's just like another dimension, like a parallel earth or something. So he's just trying to break the barrier between that world and earth, and he needed the sword to do it. So that's why he took it. But he also needs like another key. It's like a stone, and he already has one of the stones. It's a blue stone. And Dante, he has the other one, and that's like his necklace. And Dante got that necklace from his mom from when he was a kid. So like his whole life, he's pretty much just been running around with a part of like a dimensional key on him. Oh, and also Dante had a twin brother when he was a kid, but apparently he died. And his brother had the other half of the stone, the blue stone. So the white rabbit somehow got that from him, and it's revealed later how he did it. But anyways. So pretty much now they're gonna try to hunt down Dante, because the white rabbit said that he needs Dante for something. And I think one of the scientists, a scientist that's there, kind of figures out that he needs a stone from him. So now they're trying to find Dante and get the stone from him so that the rabbit doesn't get it and, you know, break the barrier. So then they hire a bunch of, like a bunch of demon hunters to find Dante. Oh, and then it's here we're also introduced to another character, like another main character, and she's like a professional demon hunter. Like I said that they hire demon hunters, but they're like amateurs or whatever. These are like professional, like military trained demon hunters, and we're introduced to the main chick of them, like their leader, and Dante just calls her the lady the whole time. But at the end, I'm pretty sure it's only at the end, I don't know what, like when else it says her name, but she says, you know, my name's Mary, so her name's just Mary, and if I ever mention her again, I'm just gonna call her Mary. But yeah, no, I thought Mary was pretty cool. I like that she has full heterochromia. I just suck it when characters have different colored eyes. I really just like that type of thing. But anyways, the demon hunters, like the ones they hired, not the professional ones, but they try to get the amulet, the necklace from Dante, and I think it goes without saying, but they completely like fail. They are no match for him. And it's also kind of like when it shows that Dante could heal, just like Wolverine. He just like, he gets shot in the chest with a shotgun and it just patches itself back up, and I'm like, what? I was like, dang. That's pretty cool. But after Dante completely mops the floor with these hard demon hunters, Mary goes in and gets the necklace. Like she tricks him and just gives him a hologram of like a grenade. Like it's a grenade but has a hologram of the amulet and whatnot, and she just dips and that shit blows up and nothing happens to Dante because, you know, he could heal. I'm pretty sure it's just super durable, can't remember. And that's more or less how they get the amulet. Then like, you know, as they're heading back to their base, they like get jumped by a bunch of demons like on the road or whatever. Like demons just go in and like destroy like not destroy everything, but like cause like a bunch of damage, and they get the amulet back. And then this is kind of like when it's like, I think Pseudo revealed that Dante is part demon, and apparently Sparta is the legendary warrior that turned on his own kind. Like he was a demon, but then he turned on the demons to like save the earth or something like that. I don't know why he did that. I assume it gets revealed. I assume it has something to do with like Dante's. Actually no, that wouldn't work because that was like forever ago. But maybe it gets revealed in like second season if like there's gonna be another one. But you know, he betrays his own kind. Then either he A, shuts the barrier, or B, is the one that creates the barrier entirely. I think it's that one, that he created it. And also all the demons kind of see him as like a coward because, you know, he left the fighting in that world just to go to this world. So yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Pseudo revealed that Dante is his son, but like a couple of episodes later, or I think like the next episode from that, or like from when it's revealed, it shows like it is fully confirmed that it is his son. Oh yeah, no, I should probably mention this because I forgot. Like I suck at making these, obviously. I just like talking about this. But when the White Rabbit and the Demon Gang like jumped the like Mary and stuff and her like crew or whatever, he got the amulet back, and then he leads them to like where he's staying at, and he also like gets Dante and captures him and puts him on a plane. But anyways, the White Rabbit like leads Mary and her crew to like the apartment complex he's staying at, and I'll be for real, this is a spoiler, but oh, and I completely forgot to mention too, Mary has like a crew of professional demon hunters. They were introduced with Mary, but I just kind of forgot about them because I'm gonna be for real, they die like right here in this building, so hopefully you don't get attached to them, just saying. But as this is going on, how I said Dante was captured and in a plane, that little short guy was also captured. I forgot his name just now. The vice president was captured along with a bunch of innocent people. Like they're just all like on a plane. The White Rabbit says, oh, if you want to save all these people, you have to unlock your devil trigger, and that's like a power up. But anyways, Dante has to fight like 2 other demons that are from the White Rabbit's gang, and they like blow up the plane, and Dante does unlock the devil trigger, and he does save everybody in there, and he does kill like the 2 demons that, you know, were on the plane with him. And you know, I don't know at what point in the games you also unlock the devil trigger. Like I feel like this Loki was a bit too early, because if this is as powerful as he gets, then it's like, how's it gonna work later on, you know? Like I assume that Dante gets more powerful and like levels it up and whatnot, but you know, I don't really know all that much, you know, clearly. Also, I don't really like the way he's designed when he's in this form. I just don't really fuck with it. It's probably just me, but I will say this, I do like how his wings, like, cause he gets wings in this form, I like how they turn into his trench coat. I like really like that for some reason. But back to Mary, she's getting hunted down by 2 other demons in this apartment complex, and she goes to one of the doors, and when the residents lets her in, after she, like, they weren't going to because they're like, oh, we don't want any trouble, right? but they eventually let her in, and she doesn't know they're demons yet, because, you know, Mary hates demons, like, with a passion. She absolutely hates them all. But, you know, eventually she figures it out when, like, she sees their horns or whatever. And, you know, after these demons were kind enough to let her in and hide her, she's about to kill him, like, pulling the gun straight to their face and, like, wants to kill them. And I was just thinking to myself, lady, they just helped you out. You're really just gonna murk him like that? It's like, what? But, you know, she doesn't do it, because this is kind of when she figures out, she's like, oh, maybe not all demons are bad. So when backup arrives and they go into the building, she talks to him through the intercom and says, oh, this is a rescue mission, save all the refugees, all the demons. And I thought that was pretty cool, but I was also thinking maybe that's a bit too quick for her to immediately flip her opinion like that. And I feel like Loki would have been better if she would just tell everybody, oh yeah, like, yeah, no, get out. There's nothing in here anymore. It's fine. Because her decision to get all the refugees out hella screws them over, and just screws everybody over. And I say this because the vice president, you know, the man of God, is like, we don't take demon refugees, and he tells everybody there, yeah, no, kill them all. And that is the reason why I hate him so much, because it's like these demons weren't doing anything, man. They weren't attacking your people. They were just there wanting to live, and he's like, yeah, no, kill them all. And it's crazy because he does this, and one of the shape-shifting demon, right, that was also there, he didn't die because, you know, earlier, like, this was one of the demons that was chasing Mary down. You'll see it in the anime. I suck at explaining. Anyways, like, he sees this and he just blows up the whole building and kills everybody in there. But yeah, no, vice president, I hate that fool so much. I really hope he dies. I'm just gonna go quick with this next part because it's like pretty much near the end. But then after this, the White Rabbit calls Dante to where he's at, and he's like on a roof next to a portal, and he shows Dante the demon world and whatnot, and he kind of explains his reasoning. And one of his reasons was like to help these refugees and to like help the poorer class of the demon world. But that's like a big lie, because Mary kind of figures out that like, oh, like the White Rabbit like hates like her the organization she's part of or whatever. And spoiler, it's because the White Rabbit is actually a human that went to the demon world as a kid, then like, you know, he tried to bring people back, but then Mary and her group kind of like killed a bunch of them, and so the White Rabbit just hates him, and that's like his main reason for doing this. Not because he wants to like save people, like maybe that has something to do with it, but his main reason is just for vengeance. And you know, I was also thinking to myself, like, because if he really did want to save these people, like these poor people, these refugees and whatnot from his world, like he could, because they have like a ruler in the demon world, and I was thinking, can't you like all try to go after him first and take him out, so that then you guys could all get resources? I don't know, to me it made way more sense to try, like, because he was altering their DNA whatnot, so I was like, at that point, why not just go back in with these altered, like, you know, demons and try to take out the ruler, you know? I mean, that makes sense to me, but I don't know, you know? And then the White Rabbit does kind of win, because he is able to break the barrier between the two worlds for a bit, but then, you know, he dies, and the whole barrier closes back up again. But then I was like, after this, there was like something that made me laugh, because I was like, damn, no way, right? Because earlier it showed that the White Rabbit had a device that like would keep rifts open for longer, that like, you know, between the two realms. And then the vice president gets this, and then he like opens a rift, and he just starts bombing the demon world, and I'm like, dang. He's like, freedom. But yeah, no, I was just kind of like, no way, bro. Because then like they make a whole like containing facility in there and whatnot. And also, right, I need to mention this, but like Dante and Mary were like kind of chill at the end of it, right? And Dante's like, oh, I'm gonna dip out and you can join me. And it looks like she's about to, but then she like sedates him, and then it shows Dante instead of a tube, instead of a facility. Then it also shows the Sword of Sparta and Dante's amulet like being shipped off. I assume they're being shipped off to two different places, because why would you keep them in the same place? But yeah, it shows that. And then it also shows a corporation called Ouroboros Corporation. I assume that has like a big thing to do in the games, but it's just like something it shows at the end. I'm thinking they do test on demons and make demon weapons. That's like what makes the most sense to me, because if they're in hell, that's probably what they're going to be doing. And then another thing it shows is a demon breaking into the demon containment facility that, you know, humans made in hell, and he like breaks out a bunch of demons. And I guess, oh, there's another spoiler, but it also shows that this demon is Dante's brother in his like devil trigger form. But yeah, that's how it ends. It's just with that, I'm hoping just a second season, because I will watch it. Oh yeah, dude, but like my favorite episode was episode 6. It's legit just getting backstory to Mary and the White Rabbit, and there's like really no talking in this episode. For most of it, it's just music playing and, you know, the scenes in the background taking place. and I really like that. There's like talking in like the last 5 minutes or so, but yeah, favorite episode. That's more or less it. I really like this show. As you can tell, I'm most likely gonna buy the games because I just want to play them now. I know at the moment, like, of me making this, recording this, they're on sale on PlayStation, so I'll probably just buy that and play them. Maybe I'll play them on stream. I don't know. But yeah, no. Also, sorry that, like, this video didn't really have, like, a form. It was kind of, like, everywhere. That's just kind of how my brain worked while making this. Just because that's how, like, it worked. I have no real explanation. But yeah, if you watched it all and you enjoyed my incoherent yapping, thank you. And, yeah, no, that was pretty much it, though. See y'all.